This is Matt for Into Boxing. I'm delighted to be joined by world title challenger Mick Conlan. Mick, you've just been doing the corner for Leigh Eubank. Talk me through his performance.
Yeah, I thought it was a good performance. A negative opponent who, you know, an actual decent opponent who's kind of become a journeyman, and you know you can tell in there he's starting to learn how to tuck up and survive and be negative without trying to take as much punishment. But I thought Harlem done well. The plan was never to try and rush a stoppage with that dude and just take his time. It's his first fight in a while, so first one with Wasserman, which was great. And yeah, I was happy he got him out of there. I thought he would get him out of there, and he did. He done a great job.
It's a good statement, that, because he's very durable. For obviously fans who don't know him, he does dig a bit. He does last in there a while. But Harlem found a way. Talk to me about Harlem. It looks a really special talent. He just needs that push now. It looks like he's going to get it with Wasserman on these big cards.
I think so. I've been shouting from the rooftops for Harlem Eubank for a long time. Very close friend of mine, and very close person to me. So and also my gym mate. So no, it's great. I'm really happy for him at the minute. You know, he's getting his position now. He's got bags of talent. I think people haven't seen half of what he can do, and that's the thing. Once he gets the opportunities more and more, he's going to be able to show it. And I think let's be honest with tonight. Well, it's not going to be a world beating opponent, but it was just someone to get him back into it. I think you'll see in his next fight, whoever he challenges, it will definitely be a better opponent, and you'll see a better Harlem Eubank.
That's what I was going to say. Is it now time for him to make that step? Because we've seen him gradually. He seems to be getting better. Like I said, he's been out of the gym a while, but he's not left the gym. Yeah. As in, he's left the ring, but obviously he's been in the gym. What sort of level would you like to see him go up to next? Do you think sort of just fringe European and move him through?
Yeah, well, I think Sky missed the trick with him. After his performances on the shows coming up throughout the Golden contract and stuff, and when he fought Danny Darko, who was undefeated, and he hadn't lost how much for World Pro, and Harlem went in there and put on a masterclass and schooled him. In fairness, so I think that shows his potential for a guy who had barely any amateur fights. And I think now the next kind of thing, there was like a boxer show here, like a prize fighter type show from Unboxer before. So any of those guys, I think Harlem handles with ease, if I'm honest.
Now, what was your role like there? Trainer, water boy, whatever you were doing? What advice did you have to give him? Did you have any keywords of wisdom there?
I had the biggest keyword. I told him to jab to the body, stab the body, turned away, retired the next round. So as Charlie Beat knows, I'm going to take claim for it. I'm taking claim for it. He's done everything else. He's done all the preparation, but I called the shot at the moment, so it was good. Charlie called it in the corner before, but I called it there.
I bet you're a nightmare to do corner with it, because I bet Charlie's just thinking, jab him, jumping in.
He says as soon as it landed after I called it, he says,
I bet he's fuming.
Bastard.
He's fuming when it landed.
He just said bastard. But no, listen, we're all happy. I was just fucking water boy in there to see over it and give him a hand. As I said, Harlem's my mate as well as my teammate, and obviously I've a lot of experience in boxing and I've been around it, so anything I see, I think I have a good eye for things, and I'm happy to kind of throw my voice in. But at the end of the day, Charlie's the main guy in that corner. He's calling the shots, he's setting these game plans up, and Harlem's getting and executing them and looking fantastic doing so. So all credit to Charlie Beat. He deserves a lot of credit for the work he's done with Harlem.
Is that something, I know you're not going to look like too far into the future, but I don't know, you might have done. Do you enjoy that side of it, the training side? Do you ever think one day in the 10 years down the line, you think, would you like to coach someone to be and put them in a position maybe that you were in, either as a manager, coach, trainer, second? Do you think you'll stick around in boxing when you finally go whatever? And that's, God Jesus, could be 10 years down the line, couldn't it?
Well, it's the reason kind of me and my brother have started calling boxing up, setting up the paths or what happens after the sport. And I know it's a bit of time yet, but I'm still involved in all this stuff which is going on, so it's definitely something you think about. Do I think I'll coach fighters? I don't really think so. I don't think it's for me. And I like it when I'm in there. I'm doing it with Harlem and stuff and helping out there with him and Charlie, and but I don't know if something I'd want to do. If I'm honest, it's the most unthankful job in the world, really.
You're in a no-win position, because when they win, the fighter rightly so gets all the credit, and if anything goes wrong, you're subject to scrutiny.
Yeah, and it's unfair and unjust. So, I don't know if it's for me.
Well, your fight coming up, Leigh Wood. how's preparation going? You look in good shape. Press conference. I was at the Nottingham one, weren't in the one in Belfast. It looked a bit more lively in Belfast. Talk to me about that. Do you think you won the battle of the wit when you were trying to talk to him? Do you think you're in his head basically?
Listen, none of that matters. The fight matters. Did I win press conferences or not? There, of course they did, but it doesn't mean anything. Let's be honest. It's talking. I seen little things and I took little things from it, which were small wins along the way. But the main thing is, March 12th, I'm ready. I'm in the best shape I've been in. I'm physically, there. I could go in the morning if I really needed to. I've been in shape. I've stayed in shape. I'm very, very excited for this fight.
Do you think many people are seeing this as boxer versus puncher because of obviously everyone talks about his freakish power and you're very quick foot, fleet-footed, boxing IQ, etc. Everyone uses that word so often now. Do you think that's how people see it, and could they be in for a shock? Will you turn on the aggression and if you see it there, go for it?
Listen, I have the ability to do so. I have that in the locker. There's so many ways I can win this fight, as it says. I focus and concentrate. Michael Conlan beats Leigh Wood every day of the week, so that's where I am. I've been super focused for this fight for a long time, and I really can't wait to go. I rate Leigh Wood, as I've said from the start. I think he's a very, very good fighter, a very tough challenge, but one I believe I'll win, and I'll win comfortably.
Right, main event time. Chris Eubank Jr, Liam Williams. Talk me through it. You'll see Liam in the gym. He looks in unbelievable shape. So, has your opinion swayed of what you think is going to happen, how it happens?
Well, I know the work Liam has put in, and he's worked his ass off. He's almost keeping up with me in the sprints and stuff, So.
Fucking hell! Even when we move it on,
I had to take my shot. But nah, listen, the guy works tremendously hard. He puts the work in, and I hope tonight he gets his reward from it. It's a very, very hard fight. I've seen how he's been looking in the gym, and he's looking fantastic. But it's been a fight I haven't been able to call. I think Liam wins, but I couldn't say I'm going to sit here and put my house on it. But I do think he wins.
It should be a great main event. Look, Michael Conlan, thanks for talking to Into Boxing. We'll catch up with you again closer to your fight. We'll be there in Nottingham. And we'll go from there, pal.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, man. Good man.